Yeah, so I want to talk about a very embarrassing loss for the Ravens and the Bills. I think Kobe Bryant was right. I think he's been right. I think at the end of the day, there isn't a more embarrassing way to lose a game than how the Ravens just lost the game. At the end of the day, Lamar Jackson will never win a Super Bowl. Won't happen because he's not a big time player. At the end of the day, whenever he's up big, he's a front runner. That's all Lamar Jackson is, a front runner. That's all he'll ever be. Until he shows otherwise. Your own fan base doesn't even believe in you. Your own fan base don't even believe in you. You don't even believe in you. At the end of the day, the Ravens are toast. And so this is gonna be a long breakdown. I'm just gonna explain to you how I'm seeing things right now for Baltimore. And it's ugly. You have a quarterback who's a loser. Can't win the big games. He's not beating Burrow. He's not beating Mahomes. He's not beating Allen. I don't even know if y'all would beat the Steelers come playoff time. So you can sit there and tell me about all this stuff, but at the end of the day, I ain't buying it. Lamar Jackson's a front runner, just like James Harden was. And when pressure comes to burst pipes, he no shows. That's what he does. Because Josh Allen just did something no that people never do in the NFL. Come back down 15 plus points in the fourth quarter. That never happens in the NFL. And it's at your hands, Lamar. It's at his feet at the end of the day. Look, man, there's no mistake why Mahomes and Tom Brady won Super Bowls. It ain't no mistake about it. It ain't no mistake why Rodgers won one. It ain't no mistake why Russell Wilson won one. It ain't no mistake, man. 99% of the time, you're gonna win because of your quarterback, unless you're the Philadelphia Eagles and you got Jalen Hurts and you have an all-world defense. And she's are missing a left tackle. But man, you're gonna win because of your quarterback. There's no reason, there's no mistake why there's 49ers are 0-2 versus Mahomes in the playoffs. I mean, in the Super Bowl, no mistake. Mahomes is 10 times better than Brock Purdy. He's 10 times ever better than Jimmy Garoppolo would ever be and could ever be. Um, so at the end of the day, this is at Lamar's feet. He's not a big game player. He's never gonna win a Super Bowl. He'll be great in the video games. He'll be great in the commercials, but when it comes to the field versus Mahomes and the big time guys, he'll be just like this guy that they're mocking him to be, James Harden. That's what you'll always be. He's not a big game player. He never has been. He never will be. He never won a Super Bowl. That's just what his legacy will be. And to him, I don't know if it really matters to him. I'm just gonna be. What about his demeanor tells you he wants a Super Bowl? When does he show emotion? When does Lamar have any frustration? I don't see somebody that cares. I see somebody that's like, okay, well, if we win, great. If we lose, it is what it is. There's tomorrow. Yeah, that you don't at quarterback you're not gonna win like that with that kind of attitude. Tom Brady, he pissed off when he lost the game. Tom Brady would never lose like that, and if he did, he would raise hell. I can promise you that right now. Lamar should have been slamming helmets and ripping into people on the sidelines. I from home could tell the Ravens were letting their foot off the gas. Lamar should have noticed that and would have told his teammates, hey, we need to pick this crap up. We're not going to take our foot off the gas. Instead, he waddles out there like nothing's wrong. Everybody fumble. Go back out there. And then Todd Monken is so scared. They don't even trust you. Todd Monken don't even trust you enough until he don't put the ball in your hands until he has to put the ball in his hands. What do the Bills do? Every play when on this comeback thing there, they put the ball in Josh Allen's hands. They didn't hand it off to no running back and do a jet sweep to some receiver that's fast. They said, Josh Allen, go win the game. Put the ball in your hands. Go beat it. Whatever they're doing, go beat it. Go find the beater. Because they trust Josh Allen and they know what kind of quarterback they have. When it comes to Mahomes, when it comes to Lamar, excuse me, when it comes to Lamar, oh, we want to hand off to Henry. We want to give it to Zay Flowers for he can slip and fall. We want to do it. Then when we have to, when we just have to put the ball in their hands, we'll put the ball in Lamar's hands. And what he'll do, he'll throw it short. He'll throw it short, and he'll get nothing, and not the punt. So this will continue to be Lamar's legacy as a quarterback that when the lights are the brightest, he doesn't shine. He goes dim. He goes dark. He's nowhere to be found. So I think this is going to be Lamar's legacy. I know what is going to be his legacy until he shows otherwise. I don't think he will. So prove me wrong. There's no way, Baltimore. Y'all have got major issues. Let me tell you something right now. That defense is horrible. There's no way they should have given 40 points. Chris Orr, whatever his name is, stinks. He's no Mike McDonald. They need to fire him. He's horrible. Zach Gordon, he stinks. He's horrible. I don't want to hear about him no more. You got Malachi Stars, Kyle Hamilton, Jai Alexander, Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, just Nandi Matabuke, Roquan Smith, Kyle Van Noy, all these pieces, Mike Green. You've got a loaded defense. And that's the result you put on the field? Defensively? This is the year for the Ravens. They're done. They're not going to win nothing with this group. They're done. Mentally, this team is done. They're done. I'm telling you right now, mentally, you can't. They're not recovering from this. I'm just telling you now. Baltimore is not mentally strong enough to recover from this. Buffalo owns them, flat out. The same way Kansas City mentally owns Buffalo. It's just how it is, man. Like Buffalo owns Baltimore mentally, and mentally, Baltimore is done. Their season's over. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. I'm just gonna tell you now, they're not even gonna make it. They're probably not gonna make the AFC Championship game. I'm just telling you that now. Like, it's over. Mentally, you can't recover from this. And I don't think they had the leadership inside the locker room to do it. So, they're done. Baltimore's toast. Now back to the defense. Jair Alexander, I didn't even mention him. You got all these. I don't know if I did or not. TJ Tampa, I'd like to see him more. You got all these dudes to get 40 points. They get torched by Josh Allen. I mean, man. So Zach Orr, whatever his name is, he needs to go somewhere else. Back to his other position, linebackers coach or something. Go coach position. You ain't ready for the big dog job. I'm gonna tell you that you ain't ready for it. Because when it needed to happen the most, your defense was nowhere to be found. You got torched. Josh Allen, everything he did, Josh Allen, okay, you blitzing? Bet. Quick slant. You're playing man-to-man? Bet. I got Josh Palmer on a corner route. 20 yards on the field, dot. What do you want? Like, everything he threw, Josh Allen beat. Josh Allen was one step ahead of you the whole time he's doing that comeback. He was one step ahead of the Chris Orr, whatever his name is, Zach Orr. He stinks. They need to fire that guy. That was a horrendous hire. F hire for Baltimore. F. He's and look, but I didn't. You weren't gonna replace Mike McDonald. I didn't say you want to replace him, but it's gonna be hard to replace. He's once in a generation. The dude just don't come around often defensively. But F hire for Baltimore on that one. D. Anything lower than that for a D, I'm trying to give it. I don't know if I can, but anything lower than that is what I give that higher. That was horrible defensively what Baltimore did. You just can't be more loaded than what they have defensively. This is the year for Baltimore. If you can't win it this year, you're never gonna win it. I don't know when you're going to. Like, I don't know how. I mean, you got the pieces. Now's the time. Now's the time for Baltimore to go win it. They've loaded up all these years, and they're and here's the thing: they're not going to do it. Baltimore is not going to win the Super Bowl. They're not going to make it. They're not even going to make anything championship game. I can almost bet my $1. And if they do, they're going to lose to Mahomes or Josh Allen. To Mahomes. That's what they do. So, I think at the end of the day, we got to understand, Lamar Jackson is just James Harden in a different body. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to those guys. Winning a championship just doesn't matter to them as much as it matters to Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and those guys. They don't want it as bad. Or, it's just what it is, and they won't ever put the work in to make sure they can dethrone those dudes. So I have nothing else to say about Baltimore except that you can't be more farther away mentally. This is over. They're done. They're toast. They will not recover from this mentally. They won't. I'm just telling you now. How? You just came off losing to this team in the playoffs, and you were this close to you were whooping them, and you just fall apart. How can you go into a playoff game, and say, yes, I'm going to win a playoff game with Lamar Jackson. I'm going to go in it, or I'm going to win. Forget it. Baltimore. The goal in the win playoff games, Baltimore. The goal is to win Super Bowl in Baltimore or not. Y'all. Winning playoff games is not enough for Baltimore. That ain't the standard. Y'all won enough playoff games. Y'all winning the Super Bowl. How can you go in a Super Bowl game and say, hey, yes, we can win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson. We can win a Super Bowl. And don't even give me start John Harbaugh. Why did John Harbaugh drop his head when Zay Flowers slipped on the ground? Because he knew he lost. He's not a big game coach. Him and Lamar, not no big game players. You go as far as your head coach, your quarterback take you. And him and Lamar ain't no big game. Don't show up in big game. He knew when Zay Flowers slipped and he dropped it. I was like, oh crap. He knew it was over. Cause why? I had to put the ball in Lamar Jackson's hands. I don't trust Lamar. I know he ain't gonna make the play. That coach does. When your coach does that in front of your team, that's embarrassing. When your coach does that, that's embarrassing for them as an organization. And Eric DaCosta, right? That's embarrassing as a coaching staff. It's third down and you gotta put the quarterback in your balls in and you drop and you know it's third down coming and you drop it. You're like, oh man, oh gosh, man, we got to put the ball in Lamar Jackson's hands. I already know how this is gonna go. We lost. Josh Allen's gonna win. That's when I knew you lost. Baltimore's done. They're not winning no Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson. It ain't happening. Maybe in 5 years from now when they have to tear it down and rebuild. I don't know, but they're done. They're done. The window's closed. It ain't there. It ain't there. And that defense ain't no good. They've got issues. I got sometimes I gotta say it. They look like a shell of themselves since 2023. They look horrible. They look like a shell of themselves. I don't see it with Baltimore, man. And if y'all do, go ahead. But I don't believe in Baltimore. I don't believe in Lamar Jackson until they show me. And then guess what? They ain't. They're not. So, now for Buffalo, I think I like I really strong performance of Keon Coleman, and he needed that. Keon Coleman needed to have a big rebound performance from what he did last year. I think he had 29 catches off last year. He had like 6 or 7 a day just in the game week 1. So he's already off to a great start. Really proud of what Keon Coleman did. I want to see him grow on that now. Let's see you stack weeks together because they need somebody. I was saying I'm looking at Lamb in Dallas if I'm Buffalo. But I think Buffalo needs a dominant number one. And it's about if Keon Coleman is going. We're gonna find out what he is right now, but he needs to come on with it. Honestly, if I'm Buffalo, I'm contacting the Colts and I'm looking at Eddie Mitchell. I'm looking at him, and that's the guy I'm targeting from the Bills. The guy I should have drafted in the first round years ago. Because that dude's he's a big time receiver who makes big time plays in big time games. And everybody wants to act like he just forgot how to play football. He didn't. Put him on with a Josh Allen, he'll have an all American. He'll have an all pro year. They're talking about how he's the top 10, one of the best receivers in the league. I promise you. So if I'm Buffalo, I'm looking at AD Mitchell. And I'm calling that coach and say, hey, look, man, you got Alex Pierce, Michael Pittman Jr., Josh Downs, and AD Mitchell. I mean, let's see what's it going to take to get AD Mitchell. You know, that's what if I'm Buffalo, I'm calling Indians and saying like, hey, I want AD Mitchell. Um, you know, you need to go get AD Mitchell. I'm not just. I think you need to get AD Mitchell, man. I think they need to go get him. I think they're probably one of those dudes away. They need more help, man. I like Khalil Shakir. Um, what's his name? Whatever. He didn't do enough for me to really stick out to me. Elijah Moore. Uh, Josh Pyron. Uh, but he ain't. I need an AD Mitchell. I need a Jacoby Myers. I really like AD Mitchell more when I was younger. I seen stuff in big games. I can't say the same with Jacoby Myers, but I seen AD Mitchell stuff in big games. But if I'm Buffalo, I'm calling for AD Mitchell, man. I'm just gonna keep saying that. I'm calling the coach every day and say, what's it gonna take to get AD Mitchell right now? Because he ain't even being used. I mean, there's no point in them having all them receivers. Like let's help y'all out, man. Let's unload one of them dudes to get him on where he's needed in a team like Buffalo. Let's go, and give y'all what y'all need. So I'm Buffalo. I think you got to make the push. And defensively, I don't know who Buffalo's defensive coordinator is. I'm about to find out, and I don't think I want to know because I don't think there could have been a worse defensive performance. They couldn't stop the run versus Derrick Henry. Now I give them credit. Buffalo, when it mattered most, they showed up, but they can't be that bad defensively week in and week. They have to be better than that. They're gonna have a chance to win a Super Bowl. They looked horrible offensively. Baltimore scoring in 3 or 4 plays continuously. They look lost. They look like they didn't even practice for the game. So that for me for Buffalo is really concerning. You can't rely on Josh Allen, and he shouldn't have to be relied on to do that. Um, we saw last time you had a defense as bad or a defense that had some leakage and looked like they could be susceptible to points and drop Mahomes walked you off in 10 seconds. So like I think Buffalo they need Maxwell Harrison back fast. But they gotta figure something out, man. They got destroyed in the run game for a majority of the game. Derrick Henry gave it to them. You can't have that, man. And they just look they couldn't match up personnel wise, like size wise. They just didn't have the mass to match up with what Baltimore was doing, um, or the linebackers. To be honest, we'll see what Buffalo does, but they need to make some improvements defensively. Being able to stop the run first and foremost, like that was really what was had them in a hole was just like Baltimore was running the ball and they couldn't stop it. They didn't have the dudes on the interior, they didn't have the linebackers, and they definitely didn't have the safeties to come down and come thump something in the run game. So Buffalo needs to figure out what the hell they're gonna do defensively and how the hell they're gonna stop the run. They do that, they could be something. I like Dorian Strong, I like Christian Benford, and I love Max Harrison Jr. I think they have the secondary, and I like Teron Johnson Jr. I mean, like they have the secondary. I like Micah. Oh damn, I forget his name. So I gotta talk about him. Oh, Cole Bishop from Utah. I like him, but they gotta figure out that D line, that linebacker room, man. I like Milano, but they need some dudes that can come down in the linebacker spot and thump. And I just feel like they don't got no thumpers right now in that linebacker room. I didn't see any today. In that D line, man, I didn't see any thumpers. I mean, not thumpers, but you need some dudes that can hold up some blocks on the interior. I don't know if Buffalo got that. Some big dudes that could just be some 0-1 techniques that can stop the run. So Buffalo needs to figure that out, and then whoever's calling the defense, you do a better job putting his guys in better positions to win, and that kind of stuff. But they got to fix that personnel, and they got to fix how they're gonna with the personnel they have, how they're going to stop the run. So Buffalo has some issues to me. That's the worst I've ever seen Buffalo look defensively. I've never seen Buffalo look that bad defensively. So that was really shocking. Um, but I think it starts for them. Their personnel just isn't the best right now. They haven't done the best job um, drafting in the front seven. Um, so I think that is showing up right now. I don't think I know it's showing up. It's showing up for them in a big way right now, and they're gonna have to figure that out. So hopefully they can get that figured out. And because if they can, Josh Allen, dude, he's ready to go, man. He's ready to go. He is ready to go. And but I will say this: if that defense is going to be what it is, what they showed today, they're not going. They're not going. It doesn't matter what Josh Allen does. They're not going to win. Like they're going to have to play better than that defensively. They're going to have to be better than that defensively if they're going to win a Super Bowl. So um, they need to go. Buffalo needs to be in the market for some thumpers at linebacker that can play the run and then still covering the pass game and then some big interior D linemen, man. Some dudes that's gonna come stop the run. I don't see any dudes on other than Ed Oliver that really play with passion. That really like that's giving me like, oh yeah, this dude's he was the one that really helped whenever they stopped him. He was really the reason why. It was just Ed Oliver just blowing it up. Other than that, like who else on the interior D line blew up a play for Buffalo? Like really made plays like that? No one. Like their interior D line room stinks. So they had to figure it out. And their edge room, Gregory Russo, never popped out to be like a big game changing edge rusher. Joey Bosa is a good player. He got some good plays today, but they're missing that big time premier guy off the edge too. So like I said, I just think Buffalo's lack. I don't think I know Buffalo's lack of drafting in the front seven at a high level has really come back to bite them. I gotta be honest. Um, and so we'll see what they do. But that defense is horrible. Lack of personnel, lack of scheme. Uh, I don't understand, but they have to go fix that fast because they're gonna throw away a season in which you see how good Josh Allen is, man. You can't waste. He's using his prime of his career. You can't waste no season with this kid. You got to go now. So if you're Buffalo, I know you want to have picks, but man, if I can go trade two for them picks to get CeeDee Lamb, I'm getting CeeDee Lamb. If I trade a first round pick and get AD Mitchell, I'm getting AD Mitchell. If I could trade him for a second, third round pick, I'm getting AD Mitchell. And I'm gonna trade another. I'm gonna trade the first and the second, and maybe two first. I'm going to get what can I get to get some D linemen on the interior or the exterior that can play? And that kind of stuff. And who becomes available because they need it, man. They need help in that area big time. They look bad like Philadelphia on the interior D line. So for Baltimore, I think Baltimore fans need to and get ready for Cancun because that's where Baltimore will be headed. For Buffalo fans, if they can get a defense that could stop the run, that would be a good start. I don't even know how. I can't even say they were bad against the pass because I mean they did have their moments. I can't lie. Lamar kind of they got him. They fought had a day. DeAndre Hopkins got the one to catch, but I love to see this defense when they actually have a front seven that can stop the run. I say that when Buffalo's had that, they've been able to be a good defense. Um, but yeah, this defense just not is just not looking good, man. It ain't hot. Buffalo needs to fix that. They can fix that. They can run. If not, they're gonna be put out by Mahomes eventually. So